Hello everyone, my name is Paul Gogoi and today I am going to discuss about the transgenic animal. Actually, what is transgenic animal? Basically, transgenic animal means genetically modified animal, or we can say that animal with foreign genetic material. Actually, a transgenic animal is an animal in which a foreign DNA has been inserted. By using rDNA technology, means recombinant DNA technology, we can insert a foreign DNA into the animal. And it must be transmitted through the germline so that every cell, including the germ cell of that animal, contains some genetic modified material. So the sum of this phase is that we insert the foreign DNA into the animals to observe some specific character into that animal. For doing so, we use rDNA technology, and by doing so, the DNA is transmitted to offspring, and we do so because we want food, milk, specific protein, etc. And for doing transgenesis, we use several animals, including mouse. Mouse is the most preferable animal for transgenesis experiment because of its short generation time, next easy implementation, and obtain high number of offspring. Methods for creating transgenic animals. These are the three basic methods by which we can produce transgenic animal. First one is retrovirus mediated gene transfer. Next one is DNA microinjection. Third one is embryonic stem cell mediated gene transfer. Okay, so the first method we are going to talk about for the transgenic in mice is the microinjection of DNA into pronucleus of fertilized egg. For doing so, first of all, let me tell you that this method is the most popular method and commonly used method for the introduction of the exogenous DNA into mice. To move further, let's discuss the procedure of this method. First of all, female mice are hormonally induced to superovulate and then mated with the male mice. After 22 hours, their keel and oviducts are removed into the buffer solution for preservation. Next step is, after that, oviducts are dissected to release the fertilized eggs, and then eggs are washed and kept at 37 degrees Celsius in the cultured medium. The eggs are then observed under the microscope to distinguish between the two nuclei. Here the two nuclei means first one is from the female mouse and the other one is from the male mouse. Male pronucleus is larger than the female pronucleus, so that it is chosen for injection, and the injection is given to the male pronucleus. The next step is 1 to 2 picoliter of the buffer containing cloned plasmid DNA is injected into the male pronucleus, and after the injection, the male pronucleus is doubled in size. Almost 40 to 50 eggs are injected in 1 hour, and then they are stored in the cultured media. Then 1 to 20 fertilized eggs which have been gene manipulated are introduced into the pseudopregnant female mice. Let me explain what is pseudopregnant female mice. The female mice made by pseudopregnant by mating with the vasectomized male. This means they will be in the correct hormonal state to allow the implemented embryo to development. So after that, tail blot is carried out to detect the presence of foreign DNA in the offspring. So in this tail blot procedure, blood is collected from the tail and the DNA is prepared to set the specific sequences. So let's look upon the advantages and disadvantages of this procedure. The advantage is that it is applicable to wide variety of species and the method is relatively straightforward. It is a rapid method, and the disadvantage of this method are efficiency is very low and the site of integration is random. The next method for the transgenesis in mice is retrovirus infection of the fertilized egg. To increase the probability of expression, gene transfer is mediated by means of a carrier or a vector. Actually, the retroviruses are the most commonly used vector for the transfer of genetic material into the cell because they are capable to infect the host cell. The offspring obtained from this method are chimeric. That means not all the virus a cell carry the retrovirus. The transmission of the cell the transmission of the gene is possible only if the retrovirus integrates into some of the germ cell. And the advantage of this procedure is that it is very effective and efficient method. And the limitation is that live animal containing the transgene is extremely very low. Next one is maximum of 8 kb of the DNA can be inserted into the retrovirus. And the last one is offspring are genetically mosaic. Third method is genetically alteration of embryonic cell and their introduction into the blastocytes. So we use two types of cell in this method. The first one is embryonic stem cell and another one is embryonic carcinoma cell. Let me explain what is blastocyst. A blastocyst is a structure formed in the earlier development of the mammals. So if our foreign gene get inserted here, there is a high chance that we will obtain the offspring with the gene inserted. So the procedure is that genes are inserted into either the embryonic stem cell or embryonic carcinoma cell in vitro, and then the embryonic carcinoma embryonic stem cell are introduced into the pre-embryo in blastocyst state. So we obtain the transgenic animal. Limitation of this method is that transgenesis is very low. Let's look upon the applications of transgenic animal. First one is to study the normal physiology and development. We want to study how the genes are responsible for the functioning of normal physiological process. For that we introduce our specific gene into the animals and then we study the behavior of that particular gene. Next is to study diseases. To study the gene responsible for the disease or to see how a gene manifests itself and then results into disease. First we introduce that disease causing gene into the animals and then we study the behavior of that particular gene plus the drug which are using for the treatment of that disease. Next, to obtain the biological product, then to study the vaccine safety. The vaccine which is given to humans, they are first tested actually on animals. We want to check whether the vaccine is exactly doing the same thing that we wanted to do, or then it is used in human beings. Next one is to study the chemical toxicity.